Welcome guys back to the Xerophobic 73 channel, and this is Coffee Catch-Up. This is day 40. I can't believe that I've actually done 40 of these. So with that being said, let's get on with the stream. Welcome guys, we are live. If you are new to the channel and you haven't been in before, this is just half an hour. This is my personal vlog into the tech channel that I am, gaming channel. So welcome if you've never come in before. This is, again, just as I say, this is half an hour. You can talk about absolutely whatever you want. I will be here for the next hour anyway, and you can ask anything technical that you want. I'm going to be talking just about the Halloween roundup of content that I'm going to be doing over the next week until October the 31st, and that will be provisionally, it started yesterday evening. They're going on from 9 until late, most weeknights this week. That's UK time. It's going to be comprising of horror content. At the moment, I'm doing The Suffering from 2004. That will be closely followed by 1999's Afraid of the Dark, A New Nightmare, which is the fourth installment in the of the Alone in the Dark series. I'll probably do some indie game off Steam. More than likely will be Dark Deception, which is some sort of not sure what it is, but we'll just leave that to our imagination for the time being. I may throw just a couple of bits and pieces in there as well, just for good measure. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah. So that being said, that's pretty much the there has been some content gone out. Well, there's been a program gone out via Twitter and Discord as well. I might, after this stream, I might fly up to Instagram and pop it on there as well, all the usual social media outlets. Won't be going on Facebook because my wife gives that to me when I put stuff on Facebook. She's king of the Facebook as far as she's concerned anyway. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, so yeah. That's the Halloween content through. What else is I going to, what reconnection? So yeah, PS5, which is another reason I was going in the vlog. It's fresh in our minds now. It is literally weeks away from the release. I won't talk about too much about the absolute mess that Sony made, because it's covered in the last vlog I did. So if you look over the last 20 or 30 videos, you should find that there, and by all means you can watch it and you can tell me what you think in the comments below as well. What you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or what do you think? So yeah, as I said, hot on the heels of the PS5, accessories should start appearing in stores, particularly in the States and in the UK. I'm not so sure about the Emerald Isle, which is where I am over in Ireland. I don't know whether that's going to happen. But rest assured, I'm quite vocal, so if it does, I will put that in a channel post or do a short video on it as well. Yeah, so you should see the likes of the accessories, the PS5 controllers, the remote controls, the docking station, the camera. Not so sure about the VR. I think the VR is going to be a wee while just yet, although it is going to be compatible with the existing VR to some extent. Hopefully there's going to be no catches with that anyway. So as I said, when all comes to light, I will share that with you as well. I would really like to say, hand on heart, that I'd like to have my PS5 day one, but I've pretty much been emailed saying the alternative. Unfortunately, probably not. I could be waiting until possibly 20 or 21, if not between the release and Christmas, if I'm lucky. So we'll just have to wait and see. My content plan for that will probably have to wait, I would say, anyway. So yeah, so that itchy eye there, itchy eye. Sorry, I got another one. So yeah, and what else was I going to cover also as well? Yeah, Sony has released its Halloween sale, or 20 or 30 games that at the moment that are on discount at the moment. So Doom Eternal looks quite promising. Normally retails at 69. Gizmos, XX Gizmos, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome to the coffee catch up. How you doing? If you haven't been in before, if you have, then hello again to you. So just talking about everything PS5 at the moment. Just waiting for a few more people just to come in and take part in the conversation. So briefly, I've just spoken about the Halloween lineup, which I have gaming wise over the next week or two. Have I heard of the crash update in 8.0? I haven't actually. Have you heard? Oh, have you heard of trash update 800? Oh yes, yes, I did hear about that actually. Yeah, what a mess. Sony trying to sneak in, trying to sneak in that little record mode for the headset now. So yeah, so you can record your the trash and your roast that possibly your gaming colleagues could give you, and then be not held be ransomed, but obviously if you say something that you're not supposed to say and it just slips out, yeah, it's there for posterity. I'm really surprised now that Sony have actually put that in as an update so close to the PS5's release. I would expect it now at this stage, all the updates from Sony just to be patch updates and system updates, which we've all just come to accept. But to release products like that at this stage, oh, your PS4 is broken now. Oh crap! Nothing worse. I hate that. I remember when my PS3 had the yellow light of death. And I managed to fix it via a tutorial on YouTube, funny enough, and I managed to fix it, and it lasted 2 weeks, and then it packed up again. So I got I resurrected for 2 weeks, and then I had to ditch it, and I bought them because I had the original fat PS3. So I had to go out, no choice but to go out and buy a slim one, which I still have to this day. But yeah, there's nothing worse than you like gaming, and the only outlet now gold breaks. Unless, of course, you've got a PC or something else. But yeah, nothing worse now. So I say you're redundant and bored at the moment. Let me know in the chat anyway. And thanks for coming in. Thanks for sticking about. It's a bit of a quiet. It's a quiet, but it will pick up a few. We will pick up a few other members. I'm sure very shortly. So thanks for sticking around anyway. If keep the chat going if you want to, rather than me just speaking to myself. That would be fantastic as well. The reconnections of the stream are commonplace, so it's nothing that I'm doing. It's just the mobile broadband kicking out and then kicking back in again. So if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button, that would be fantastic as well. Please, by all means, leave a comment in the channel link in the description there as well. That would be fantastic. Just got a game I really liked named Rogue Company. Oh, I haven't heard about that one. Rogue Company. Nothing to do Star Wars, no. Rogue Company. I'll have to look that up after. Yeah, I wouldn't be aware of every single game that gets released, but it's nice when someone comes in and say, hey, look, if you know about this, and then I generally do have a look and look it up and see if it's a possibility that I might like it. What was that? I was actually playing some Tetris Effect earlier on level 10 at the moment now. I do like Tetris. I'm a bit old school in that respect. So if you watched any of my gaming videos, you'll see that I do like retro and modern as well. So I was playing a bit of Tetris earlier on now, level 10. Jesus, that's one level that I cannot clear, and I will continue to play it until I do, because that's me. I'm stubborn. I will never leave a game alone or away until I've actually bet it. Doesn't matter if I break 10 controllers, I would go back and I'd keep playing it until I beat it. And then one fine day you just do, and you feel all the better though. It's a third-person shooter. In the first 2 hours I played and got 100 kills. Wow. And then the next day the update broke my PS4. Ah, Jesus, 100 kills. That's pretty good, man. That's clearly you haven't got bad eyesight anyway. And then an update 8.0 trash your console. Welcome to the second member of the chat, guys. Thank you very much. Please, guys, please do smash that like as well. It would be great. And your PS4's broken there now. Oh. So Britain, I wouldn't say, I haven't heard anywhere that 8 was was damaging consoles. I could be wrong. Did it die when you were online, or did it turn off first and then it just wouldn't power back on? Or I'd be interested because I might be able to help you, but 9 times out of 10 probably not. But oh dear, I feel for you, man. That's unfortunate. Now so close to Christmas, maybe Santa will bring you one, or drop a couple of hints to somebody important. Maybe they'll get the idea what you mean. A couple of nudges and a couple of winks. It's stuck on the update screen. Oh no. Is it? Oh, did it break today, or is it still on it now? I got stuck on the update screen. You could always try doing, I know updates now, I'm no expert, but sometimes when you have an update or freezing on a system or something like a Windows PC, you don't recommend doing an ATX reset, which is to remove the battery, earth it, plug it back in, and then turn it back on. And sometimes the update just continues on. Most manufacturers don't recommend you do that, but in this case, you may just want to try it anyway. I know a hard reset on a PS4 would be unplug it, take the plug out, take the power out, leave it for about a minute or two, just let all the ions and power drain out the system. Hold down the power button for literally 5 seconds. You'll hear a beep. When you hear that beep, take your finger off. Your system will go the blank screen, then you'll see the Sony logo. It'll go into a dump screen, or it'll go into a setup screen. You'll see restart your system, connect a controller, defrag your drive, pick reset my system. It does a quick read of the drive. If there are any dead sectors, dead areas on the drive, it'll repair them, and it might bypass the loop. What's known as a loop in the system. It's just where the code just goes into a complete loop because it can't go any further. So if there are bad areas on that hard drive, the boot manager should be able to reconfigure that code and just blank over. It might take a little bit of time, but to save you possibly replacing a hard drive or replacing the system, €300, it might be worth trying that. Always try all the little tricks and tips that you can find. I'll give you one now that would, if it works out fine for you, I hope it does. Try that first, then look at a couple of other YouTube tutorials if you don't want to take my word for it. See how you get on, and then and only then either buy a new PS4 or even upgrade to the 5. But you're in luck with 5 anyway, because the 5 will play all your new games if you fancy the upgrade anyway. So it can only cost you an extra 100 on top of what a retail PS4 will cost you anyway. So well, I hope that helps anyway. I turned off. It was broken. MIA. Checking with Sony to see the options. Right, of £8 grand. Safe mode. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Safe mode. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks for the like, Gizmo. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I hope that does fix it anyway. They're saying the dumping, the repair and the reset. Sometimes you can do what you can do on a basic PC, where you just basically rewrite the file error that's the issue, which generally takes anything from half an hour to 2 hours, depending on the problem area. Or if you do a complete defrag, it tests every error of the hard drive and can take a day, depending on how corrupt the data or corrupt the problem is as well. So, and thanks for the second like in the stream. Gamer Victorious, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Are you well? Did you see? It was insane. Bell Logan Gaming, how you doing? I can't wait for the new Watch Dogs. Of course, load of Victors. The world is about to end. Lol. I hope not. I'm good, buddy. What are you up to, Zio? I'm just bought my son at the moment. He's just doing his football training, so got a spare hour out the house. So I haven't done a coffee catch up in a good long while. Quintavus Moss, Mr. Moss, how you doing, man? How you hugs pop from the Kool-Aid down to a tea now. And thanks, guys, for the 4 people in the chat, and thanks for the 3 likes as well. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Where's my coffee? You know what? I forget it. I've forgotten it. I always do. Now, coffee catch up. I always the first couple of I think the first 10 or 15 streams I had my coffee. I had a bit of chocolate. You should have seen my old waistline go shooting sky high. So it did. Not that I nagged from the doctor, but I got a couple of hints from people saying you need to cut down on the coffee and you need to cut down on the chocolate. Fine. So I kept the name, but the spirit of the chocolate is still there. Anna, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. How's things in Australia, man? It's been for ages, bloke. Good to see you, my guy. Thanks very much. Thanks for popping in. I'm very well, thanks, Mr. Mossman. How are you doing? How's good as my son at football? He's pretty good now. He's on a local team. So yeah, they win some, they lose some, much like any other. But yeah, he's really enthusiastic about it. So he enjoys it as well. It keeps him off the PlayStation as well because he loves his video games. Now I don't know where in the family he got that. It wasn't me. Okay, it was me. What can I say? Yeah, so it keeps him active, keeps him off the games as well. Yeah, no, not the chocolate. Yeah, and the coffee. Your doctor is a monster. Yeah. Look, doctors, what do they know, eh? I like they mean well. Well, I mean, yeah, blood pressure and all that. Well, I mean, excessive coffees. I mean, if you're having 6 cups of coffee a day, then yeah, that's going to elevate your blood pressure as well. Not to mention the chocolate does that as well. But yeah, look, it's always a little of what you love, not in excessive amounts. Thanks for the 4 likes, guys. Thank you. Now, if anyone's got anything they want to share, what's going on in their life apart from what's going on, yeah, I look so different, mate. You look snazzy. Well, I've lost the beard again because I always do. Shave it, have it. Shave it, have it. I can never. I've had a haircut as well. It's the winter clothes as well, it's I don't know where the summer went. The summer went down the Swanee, so it's winter months. I cannot believe it's literally just 2 months to Christmas now. I don't know where the year's gone. I think we can all safely say we can all forget about 2020. 2020 is not going to be a year that we are going to forget for the wrong reasons in a hurry. I'm sure you know why, but the one good thing about it from our perspective, I would say, is that 2 good things are going to come out of 2020. Right at the end, just to finish us off, is the release of the PS5 and release of the Xbox One X Mega Edition, whatever it's called now. Lost track of the names that the Microsoft have come out with for their Xbox One X, something like that. Yeah, so that's now all as long as the manufacturers can get them into the homes where they so solely need to be, to alleviate everyone's boredness about everyone getting another bloody lockdown. Yeah, winter overdue. Got to make your way to Aussie land unless Santa gets travel restrictions too. I'm sure Santa see this coming. I'd say. I say all the Rudolph and all these, they'll be bleeding wearing masks. Gizmo ? I was trying to play Fortnite but it did not work as plain. Ah. We were trying to play Fortnite, but it didn't work as planned. Didn't work as planned. Question mark from Gizmo. It says, is that plain or planned? You can tell me in the live chat, man. God, 21 minutes in the chat already. Jesus, I don't have to talk quickly. Well, that's good. Look, we've got plenty of time, lads. I used to do 30 minutes. When I've got the amount of time that I have in the evenings, I've extended them to about an hour. Because again, we can all chat about whatever we want, which is absolutely. Don't worry about the reconnections in the chat, guys. It's commonplace. Commonplace. It always happens. Don't know why. It just happens. It's one of those things. I hate that when you sit down and you've got it pretty much in your mind how you're going to play and how it's going to go, how much success you play, and then suddenly you've got, now this happens to me as well, you know, your network goes down, or the chat you're playing with weren't as supportive, which means you constantly keep losing matches, and suddenly what you thought was going to be a good game session turns out to be exactly the opposite, and it just turns out to be total shit. It puts you in bad form. You know yourself as gamers. Yes, I've been gaming, must be getting on for 40 years now. Nothing worse than having a shitty game session, because it does, like everything else that's good for you, sport, something like that, or you might draw, you might paint, and it never goes to plan, and then it puts you in bad form. And gaming is without any means any exception. I hate that. I hate when you want to go in and progress. Progression's a big part of gaming. You want to do this and want to do that, and then there's always a frustrating section where either you break the controller, you break the TV, they break your console, and the best thing to do is turn it off and just walk away. But we never do that. Well, I don't anyway. I'm stubborn as anyone, and I always want to get on to the next bit. And so I'm trying to do in Tetris. I've been level 10 in this particular level for so long, and it's the same actions, the same bloody music, and I just can't crack it. One day I'll just get there. But you know, so I don't always stream Tetris an awful lot, because it is the same thing over and over again. So if you can guarantee the viewer that you're going to pass every single mission, then fine. But if not, if you're just constantly spamming the same bit again, it's hard for that to be entertaining without being repetitious. And even I wouldn't watch too much repetitions, because again, you know, you need a 5G phone. Yeah, I'm not sure. This should be no, it's probably not a 4. This is probably not a 4G phone. I actually had a 5G phone, and it was a Huawei P40, which was, long story short, wasn't Google compatible, so I couldn't do anything YouTube. Got rid of it promptly. Got rid of it. And so I tell you what, I'll just stick with the P20. I have another rant about the simply because, and we have another reconnection again. God, it's frustrating. So yeah, I probably do need a 5G. I'll have to wait a wee while though. Laughing my ass off. Yeah. Okay, bloke. If that's what you're telling yourself, I won't judge. Yeah. So yeah. That's what it's like to be a gamer. Constantly changing your perspective, changing your content. Yeah, so yeah, I touched briefly on beginning of the stream. If you did catch it, if you didn't, I'll just reiterate. That's what the stream's all about. It's my Halloween content, which is Zio's Horror Fest 2020, which is going to be the Suffering 2004. Horror genre game, loosely based on a prison. It's actually called Suffering Prisoner's Hell. Check it out. There's plenty of videos on it, or even check out the streams if you want to. Keep your notifications on if you don't want to miss any of that stuff. So after the Suffering, I'll then do 1999's Infograms game, Alone in the Dark, which is the 4th installment, which is the new Nightmare. And I'll do an indie game of some description now. Maybe I think I've got one playing called Dark Deception. So we'll see how the other content goes and how fast I can progress through the other ones before I start anything else. So we'll just see how that goes. Anyway, so yeah, they'll be going on from 9 until late, most weeknights. I might have to cancel one or two because things inadvertently do happen, but I'll do my best to stay as much as I can to the content that I have planned. The PS5 content, depending on when I get it, will be delayed to some extent. So as soon as I have the console, that's when the camera will start rolling anyway. So again, that's the best I can promise you guys at the moment. Oh yeah. Yeah, I keep trying to keep everything fresh and different and keep outputting as much as I can. I'd love it to be every single night, but you do get burnout sometimes, you know, when it's like anything else, it takes so much of your time up. You do get just burner's block. You know, you have zero energy, especially in the job that I have where I do work 6 days a week. At the moment's fine because I'm actually on 2 weeks vacation at the moment, so I've got a bit more time during the day. So don't be surprised if you see a couple of ads going out or a few notifications coming up for me gaming during the day. Won't be too much during the day now because I do have other bits and pieces to do, but we'll just see how it goes anyway, you know. Just scroll up the chat, see now I didn't miss anyone at the moment, so but yeah, that's it. There you go. So if you want to start a chat conversation, by all means do drop it in the chat, or if you want to leave a game request about anything that you want me to cover in the channel, I do take requests as game requests. So if there's anything you want me to do, story based or otherwise, whack it in the channel description or whack it in the chat. Leave me a message anyway, and I will get back to you. I am a very interactive, if you guys didn't know or very new to the channel, very nice. If you guys weren't aware, I do have a lot of tutorials done within a playlist on the channel, and they are 25 PS4 management and tutorial. So it's parental controls, but there are a few other ones there as well. There's a couple of Streamlabs tutorials as well. So whether my numbers in the streams, which I won't derogatize about, I do appreciate whatever and however many people I get in the stream. It doesn't matter if it's a quiet night, if it's a busy night. My tutorials probably give me the most input. And the cause of my channel being busy. It's busy, but it's busy behind closed doors. It's busy in the background because the 25 tutorials that I have, give me all the interaction and take up an awful lot of the channels. Sort of have taken up a lot of the developers, my development channel. Yeah, I'll get out in a minute. It's what's put those video tutorials are. So if you haven't checked them out already, they're under Sony PS4 family management tutorials. I think I haven't looked at it in a while, but they are in the Zio's vaults for anyone just to discover. So by all means do. Big shout out guys to everyone who's still in the chat. I can see is ANR Streamlabs Nightbot. Doesn't count. So please make yourself known if you are still watching, just so I know who I'm addressing. And we have someone coming in, a 5th like. That is fantastic. Thank you. I managed to get all the stream Nightbots messages running through at intervals. I may slow them down just a little bit because they do take over the chat sometimes to an extent. So I want to see you do SMB expert levels. SMB. I should know what SMB. God, I'm terrible at acronyms. And what is SMB, mate? I should know at this stage, but I'm old. What to do? I'm not with it. Super Mario. See, Super Mario. See, it's obvious when someone explains it to you, isn't it? Super Mario Brothers expert levels. I was actually playing. Funny enough, you should say that. I actually did Super Mario on the Wii a couple of weeks ago, using the official. It's emulated, but I'm using through a PC. But I'm using the nunchuck and the Wii Wiimote there. And God, that's tough. Now, I literally only got, now you'll laugh now, I only got to level 2.1, 2.2. So I was only on the second batch of levels. But my God, even even the first level, it's tricky enough now. But I mean, that was Nintendo. That's always what Nintendo did. They look cute, but they don't play cute. These games will test your hand-to-eye skills without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Oh, very playable though. Very playable. Oh yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Absolutely. Yeah, I've got an enormous amount of time for Super Mario Brothers, and Sonic came along. Oh my God, maybe don't try expert level. Maybe you don't. If you find the first couple of levels just try, maybe don't try expert level then. I constantly surprise myself. Sometimes, if I'm a jammy git, if I'm really lucky, super lucky, I'll get in the first levels first of all, and then when I have to repeat them again, I lose faith and progressively get worse and worse and worse. So if I do it the first time, never try and repeat it, because it's just pure lady luck. Oh dear. There are so many good levels that aren't that so bad. Yeah. I mean, I guess that is a case for most games that you play. There's always going to be a specific time where pacing is a little off, where you have so many easy levels. You might get like 5 basic levels. Your 6th level will be absolute torture, and you can go like 10 to 15 levels past that are just simply easy. So whatever game or whatever genre that have been ever played over the last 40 years, you always get games like that. And it's just basically just down to the programmer's choice, or the developers not programming them evenly out enough, which is, deliberate or not deliberate, but it's nice to have that bit when you're really busy and then it's really quiet. I mean, it's just, as humans, that's how we roll, I guess. That's what we're used to. It's the troll levels that make all the hope, take all the hope out of. The trolls, yeah, take all the hope out. Yeah. True that, Zio. True. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. What could I reference as being a game? Now, I game, but I also game on my mobile as well. Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't game on their mobile these days? It's so accessible. And we have another person with a 6th. Fantastic. Like, thank you so much for someone else coming in. Please make yourself known, who you are, just so I can welcome you. Welcome to the stream. Do it. So, yeah, what example? Yeah, so yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, going back to that. Yeah, gaming on a mobile. Who doesn't do it these days? Gaming doesn't have to be a console. It doesn't have to be you sat in front of a screen singly on your own doing that. Gaming now is so university accessible. Even if you're not an avid PC or gaming console gamer, you can game on your mobile. Do you game? Someone says, no, I don't game. Bloody liar. Of course you do. Half an hour on your lunch break, you're playing Candy Crush. You could be playing any other game. You could play on a PS Vita. You could be playing on a Switch. Everyone games. Everyone games. Everyone does a crossword. Someone plays Scrabble. We're all gamers. More now than ever before on this planet has there been so much entertainment that's inadvertently dismissed as nondescript. It's not important. It's not what I do. But you do. But I mean, yeah, it keeps the mind going. You could be reading a paper. You could be doing a crossword puzzle on a book. Gaming, it's just more visual. It's of the visual nature. So everyone says to me, "Oh, I don't play games." You fucking liar. You do. Excuse my my French. But yeah, we all game. We all like entertainment. Some of us, unfortunately, take it to the next level and game too much, but still very much enjoyed, to the extent that I probably do too much. But what I would say is pushing me to do it more is YouTube. YouTube, and not just me, everyone. You know, who does YouTube loves the passion of gaming. They like the interaction. They like to be watched. So I suppose it's like virtually. It's like someone coming around, sitting in your room, except you haven't got 5 or 6 people literally sat next to you. Virtually, you're watching from other ground, and I find that quite. Quite comforting, really. The fact that someone's sharing the same experience as you are, just not in the same room. That's all. You know. We put ourselves up on a pedestal to be critiqued, and that just seems to be the commonplace thing now. And I think, again, it's nice that people actually do that. Not everyone who follows you comes in. We can't all do it for everyone. It's virtually impossible. There's not enough. I do appreciate your time listening to me waffle on. If there's any conversation that you want to add to stop me just doing my general chit chat roll on, because I could talk for an hour, absolutely no problem. Clearly and concisely, and just talk about what I think and how I feel. If you guys want to interject and add something else to the mix, that is absolutely fine as well, because as much as my input as it is yours, you want to come in and watch, that's absolutely fine. If you want to come and tell me about your day and tell me about yourself, that's absolutely fine as well. Nothing is too non-disclosive about yourself, that's absolutely fine. We'll stick within YouTube's code of conduct, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, I'll listen. You listen. I'll hear. You hear. That's absolutely fine. Fantastic. We are 38 minutes into the chat, guys. And Lewis Freitas, I'm new here. And what's your YouTube channel about? Is it gaming or car building? All right. Welcome, Lewis. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. It is gaming. It's gaming old and new. It's also part tutorial and tech as well. So I like to talk tech, technical as well. It is gaming. As I said, there's PS4 tutorials for parental controls, family management, and there's a few techie things in there as well. I think when you say car building, I've actually got one of my car in there, and it's just basically my review of my own vehicle. That's pretty much it. That's as close as you'll probably get to car building there anyway. But it is tech, building, and tutorials. So yeah, a lot of what I do, I'd say 90% of what I do on the channel is gaming. 10%, 15% maybe is on the tutorials at the moment. As soon as the PS5 gets released, it'll be a bit more on the tutorial side towards the PS5, but the gaming will not stop, and there will be PS5 gaming as well. There'll be PS5 unboxing, reviews, tutorials of the family management, which is the channel is known for. As much, I think I've had more support through people coming in on the coffee catchups like yourself has, and the family management tutorials, and there's an awful lot of questions and answers on those as well. So it's a very, very vocal. Sorry guys, we just had a live drop there now. So yeah, again, what I was just saying there was, night or day, contacted me through any of the usual social media outlets. The channel is at Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and as obviously as well as YouTube as well. So you want to leave a live message on any of my posts that I post, you can do that as well. It's very interactive. So yeah, Lewis, it's primarily gaming to answer your questions. So now just backtrack through that. Thanks, Lewis. Finish you on the next stream. All right, Anna, I will talk to you again, mate. Yeah, no worries at all. What do you think of the Galaxy? Is that the Galaxy Gold, not Galaxy Fold? Oh, yeah, no, it was, yeah, the Galaxy Fold. I tell you what, I'd seen the Galaxy Fold actually. I was watching another YouTuber done. It's fantastic technology. I'd seen some of the Lenovo. I'd actually seen, I used to work for another commercial retailer, and they used to do forums. I'd actually seen the Lenovo, one of the first Lenovo Fold tablets that they were doing. It was about 8 or 10 inches, worth retail for about 3 or 4 thousand euro. A fantastic bit of kit, but the folding screens, the technology is absolutely awesome. But the Fold 2, the fact that it sits as a standard mobile size, and it flips out to almost a weird shaped screen. It's almost a 7 or 8 inch, but it's like that. Just a fantastic bit of innovation. At this stage, commercially, they are still very expensive, but it's like anything else. The early adopters pay the premiums, so the technology can then be refined and stripped down. Parts then become cheaper, and then slowly but surely, you and I, or laymen, you know, the people, not the early adopters that haven't got the money to throw around, will obviously benefit in that, because everything then will be streamlined, cheapened, not have a loss on quality. Obviously, the share prices on the component parts, once become popular, obviously then become a lot cheaper to produce and to manufacture, and then Joe Public then falls on board when it's released at prime times of the year. So yeah, I think it's fantastic technology. I think it will become more and more predominantly available as they become more affordable. It's like anything else that's released, but great technology, and it just makes it easier for everyone just to have a piece of technology which is just seemingly accessible, and will take off. So yeah, again, I'm not surprised. The early adopters, as usual, will be the likes of Lenovo, LG, Samsung. I don't know whether Sony will be in on that now. It seems to me that Sony will be concentrating at anything to the mobile market that hasn't already been done by the likes of the aforementioned latter manufacturers. But yeah, Galaxy Fold 2, great bit of kit. As I said, yeah, LG and probably Samsung with most. I think Samsung probably will pave the way with that model, and then anything that comes after that. From what I can see, 9 likes, guys, and 2 people still watching. That is a fantastic. This is a great little interactive stream that I haven't done. Again, I haven't done the coffee catch-ups in a while. So yeah, fantastic. Just catching up on the chat again, because it doesn't scroll up for me all the time, so I have to just manually scroll up just to see. My stream bot unfortunately does take over the stream. I'll have to lower the amount of intervals that does that, but 9 likes, guys, that is fantastic. And we haven't even included playbacks on the stream yet, so that is great. It's nice to have people coming in and just chatting, spending a bit of time. Thanks very much, Lewis, for finding the channel. I hope you found it through as recommended by YouTube, which again, you could possibly have come through on one of the tutorials. I hope you do stay with the channel and show your support. Fantastic, Lewis. Thanks very much for popping in, or if you're still here, welcome. Hope you enjoy the channel. I am just doing a live Halloween Fest 2020, which will be weeknights up until October the 31st, which will be chat, spooked streams, and it'll be gaming Halloween content, old and new. So fantastic. Guys, you'll see the check out the merch URL link down there. This is just a little bit of merch that I had Teespring develop. A couple of them myself. They are good quality. So if you want to support the channel of some stage, and the merch is there, I'm not going to force anyone to purchase it, but it's there nonetheless. If you want to browse, just have a look. Tell me what you think. If you've got any ideas about the apparel, I will be changing it as the course goes on. For the time being, it's just basic stuff. I will put some more stuff on there when the time is right, but for now it's enough, I think. It is very late for coffee, but yeah, as I said, I was saying to one of the lads earlier on, coffee and chocolate at this time is not good, because I'll be up all night. I'll be flying around the place like the mask. Yeah, so I've kept the name purely for something saying, instead of just Zio's vlog, Zio's morning coffee. And it's not morning coffee, it's late night coffee rants. Lol. Yeah. It's never too late for coffee. I happily sit and drink my a cup of coffee. Bleh, bloopers reel. I'd happily drink coffee before I go to bed. I'd drink Coke. I'd actually, to be quite honest, I've drunken a couple of cans of Monster before going to bed and slept soundly. Following day, I've been a bit hyper, but that's just me. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? Tell you what, it would be fantastic to get 20 likes on this stream before the hour is up. I can't believe actually I've been talking here for the best part of 42 minutes and not even a dry mouth. A couple of dry eyes, I'm sure, in the chat. Oh my God, do I have to listen to this guy anymore? Going to Sex to get some games this weekend. I never call that, I know it's called Sex, but I never call it Sex. I always call it CEX, because why would you call a shop Sex? Awkward. Yeah, I always call it CEX. You're going to CEX and getting some games this weekend. What have you got in mind, media? What are you going for? And what format? Is it your PS2 or your PS3? Let me know in the live chat. And more importantly, how are you doing? It's Rainbow Media. Are you keeping well? Orange box PS3. Orange box PS3. Nice. Yeah, going for a Mega Drive collect. Oh, you go with the Mega Drive Collection PS3. Great choice. Absolutely. I know the one. I have it myself. Yeah. Streets of Rage 1 and 2, Toe Jam and Earl, Shinobi 1 and 2. Or is I know Sega have done a couple of collections. I'm trying to think now. I know I have the latest one for the PS4, which was the Mega Drive collection. I think. Beyond Two Souls PS3. Oh yeah, Beyond Two Souls. Yeah, I haven't played Beyond Two Souls on any of the games. I've played through and finished Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain I really liked. I thought it was a great story. Really sad when the poor little fellas. No, I won't say it on a live chat in case someone was going to think of playing it. But Heavy Rain I really did enjoy. Didn't play Beyond Two Souls though. It's one thing. I think it was free. I think it was free on the PlayStation Plus. I think I downloaded it in the library there, but I never actually played it. I may have to check to see if it's still there, to see if I can't have a bit of a go at it in future. You might get Heavy Rain. Yeah, do, because that's a classic as well. And the beauty of it, you don't need the Wii controllers to really enjoy the most out of it. I don't think. God, yeah, I've still got my PS3 controllers, because it's fantastic that you can use them with the VR. I'm still waiting for a VR game to come out. I'm a self-taught drummer to some extent. I'm not perfect. I can hammer out a few tunes. I'd love to see one game. I would like to see going out for the PS4 or even the PS5 is a drum simulator. How would they do the floor tom and the bass drum? Not the floor tom, sorry, the bass drum and the hi-hats cymbals. How would they do that now? But that's one game that I was hoping to get. You've got the two controllers, obviously your two sticks. I'd love to see that. Yeah. I don't have the move yet, lol. As of Sony, sometimes just not investing enough time and energy into the accessories that they bring out. I had a couple of maybe 10 or 15 games that were really worth the salt of the move controllers, and then they sort of, when it wasn't selling, they sort of dropped it. but very clever marketing on an incentive to actually incorporate them into the PS4 tech for the move. That was one way of them utilizing all that stock that they didn't sell back in the day. So yeah, kudos for Sony for doing that anyway. So Rock Band VR should have been a drum mode and a rock band, but Rock Band fucking died. Yeah, again, they could have done that. They could have done that. Yeah, they could have done. Would be another bit of kit. They would have had to have bought out. Now I tell you what they'd have done. They'd have bought out a simple PVC mat with the pads incorporated or stitched into it. That's what they would have done. Bit like the adventure book that they did. Didn't they do a Harry Potter? No, it wasn't a Harry Potter book. It was like it wasn't like a Spyro the Dragon. It was like a blue mat and a book, and you sat on the mat, and the mat was rigged into the PS3, and you opened up the book, and that was the controller. And you know, that type of thing. I actually thought that was good, but it was too cute. It was too cutey for me to really get into it, I think. But yeah, you know. So yeah, what are we? Yeah, we are 42 minutes into the stream. I think Rainbow Media's in with me at the moment, and we have 9 fantastic little uppers. We have 9 thumbs up, which is fantastic. Which is great. Great little turnout for what was an unscheduled stream. Focuses on the stream tonight were again the Halloween content, which is going to continue up until the 31st of October. So I did drop a link on the community, on my community tab, and Discord and Twitter. I think I did put up a post on Twitter, I think, as well, and a couple of people have given me nice feedback on the banner, which I'm, you know, quite a little proud of. So invest in a kick-ass laptop, not a desktop. I'd love to have a desktop, but I simply just don't have the room for a desktop with a cooling system. I've got my dream PC, which I would build, but I'm still gonna go with the likes of maybe a Dell Alienware or an MSI laptop. Liquid cooling, top of the range as I can incorporate, but mega powerful, that will alleviate all my stream issues with slowdown and crashing and simply not having enough system RAM. My laptop, when it's running something intensive, will run around 95 degrees, which is not a patch on the PS4's 120 or the PS5's 150 Fahrenheit. But yeah, it is my little Toshiba P850 with its little chipset GPU, which I think is an NVIDIA 680. That's a 680M, which is a mobile GPU. So it's a dedicated CPU, but it's not a dedicated GPU. So it does struggle. It does for what I need it to, but it has been stressing out lately and getting really warm. I can't moan it. It's a 2011 machine. It's 2020, so I've missed a few generations on the boat. It needs to be updated, hopefully next year, pending the funds. So I'll benefit from that. I'm sure you guys will benefit from better streams and a bit more crystal clarity as well. So hopefully that's on the cards. That's the plans. Hopefully it'll happen. So I'm sure it will anyway. So you've got a Lenovo Yoga. It's amazing. Oh yeah, the Yogas. Yeah, the Yogas are nice now. Yeah, you've got a tent mode. You've got the tent mode. You've got the tablet mode. Yeah, they are nice actually. Yeah. Yeah. I worked in technical retail for the best part of 11 years, so I saw an awful lot of machines come and go. I saw the latest Apple, the latest MSI, the latest Lenovo. I went to trade shows. So yeah, I do like my tech. I wish I got into the engineering side. I got into the spot checks, running diagnostic go. And as I said earlier on in the stream, I did repair my PS3, and I got two to 3 weeks extra running out of it before it effectively died. I put it down to the heatsink and processor. So I resurrected there for a while, and I'll always be proud of that anyway. So yeah, I like tech. Tech's a big thing in the channel. I play on tech, and I fight with tech. So that's good enough for me. So where are we time wise? We are. I'm not sure where it. I'm not sure because my stream cart starts buffering and restarting, so I'm not sure where we are on time. I think we must be close to the hour, and we have 10 likes. That is fantastic, brilliant. 10 likes is good within 40 minutes. I'm happy as Larry with that now. Perfect. 2 people watching. If you just come into the stream, please make yourself known. I'd like to have a quick chat. No problem at all. I'd like to know who's chatting and who's not, and who's in the stream and who's lurking with the glass eye in the background. Thank you, guys. The sounds. It's quiet. It's quiet for 2 seconds until I start chatting again. So I won't leave it too dry. Start again. Take one. Joe, gaming legend. Jesus, I nearly said that right then, man. Apologies, Joe, for absolutely ruining your name coming in there now. You might get a personal PS4 or a Wii U soon. A personal PS4 or a Wii U soon. Wii U, I think, was a very underrated console. I know after taking a picture of myself there, that was really clever, wasn't it? Thanks very much, Joe. You were the 10th like. I appreciate that so very, very much. Wii U was a very underrated console. It went, the PS4 on the brain, PS5 on the brain. D-ROM, I suppose, if you wanted to say that. I know the GameCube strictly was their first disc-based system, but it was on a smaller 5-inch disc. So it was the first console that gave us full-size CD storage, I suppose. The Wii, they kept the CD system again. They upped their resolution from 480i 720i, I think, interlaced, and it brought it on to I think it was most of the games are 720p. I think some of them were even 1080i. I think I'm not 100%, but they upped the stakes in storage capacity on the discs. They gave us, as usual, ProLogic Dolby Surround, and they gave us the higher resolution as well. They gave us an interactive pad, which was a hard sell. I think it was one of those things that was really going to be hard to sell, much like was the PlayStation Move. So I think they were trying to incorporate something new, and it fell flat for them. I don't think they sold half as much as the success of the original Wii, but it had a lot going for us. It had a lot going for it. It's a shame, really. Yeah, the Wii U deserved more, but the marketing was shite. Yes, and actually reminded me of how Sega marketed the Dreamcast. Again, the Dreamcast back in the day, 1998 to 99, released in Europe, had an awful lot going for it. And I remember the campaign that Sega, stepping from Nintendo to Sega, they had a big marketing campaign, and they didn't push enough into the networking side. I remember that the motif on all the banners was "Start your engines," which was great for a start, but they didn't push it enough. They really networking then was your old 56k mobile dial-up, which was really slow. The console had that. They actually did, as time went on, and as time went on, when Sony were creaming the PS2 to an extent that networking was getting to the 10 over 1000 MPS and network connectors, they actually, Sega developed the port that would replace the 56k modem with the cooling system. They actually had a prototype made there, but it never, I think if they'd encompassed that and explained what the next generation of networking would have actually done and incorporated into a few beta tests, you know, that would have probably saved the Dreamcast, or at least extended its lifespan for a couple of years. But as usual, Sega were great at innovation. They were just lousy salesmen, and the testament of releasing the when the Mega 32X and the Sega Saturn were released in two different territories, near enough a year apart. But that really nails it on the coffin, really, how Sega used to market their technologies. It's a shame, really, because of half the price, yeah. So I'm just going through the chat again because it's not coming up on the chat. Tasnik Gaming, how you doing? Yozia, how you doing? I'm very well, thanks, Tasnik. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in, and thanks for the 11th like on the stream. Fantastic, guys. Really successful chat up stream, a chat back stream. This is one of my little vlogs. If no one is if you've just come into the stream, this is a vlog. This is my version of a vlog, if you like. This is me one-to-one without you having to watch me curse and scream at the screen when I can't do a particular level. This is you and I one-to-one, camera to camera, and we can chat just pretty much about anything that you want. I'll sit here and chat all day, no problem. If you guys want to interject and give me your opinions or start a chat, that's absolutely fine. I'm happy to do that as well. It's a coffee stream, exactly, Joe. It is a coffee stream. It's a virtual cup of coffee. You can't see it, but it's there in my taste buds and in my mind, even though you can't see it. Now, I'll tell you what I'll have to do. I'll have to go home after I finish my son's football. I'll have to go home and make myself a cup, just to keep my mind happy. Keep my mind happy. You know, I'm good. You just woke up and saw you stream. Great stuff. Thanks very much, man. Yeah, I know. No, it's 24 hours. I always forget the time zone differences. It's a good 24 hours between like UK time and Australian time, isn't it? Or is it 12? I can never remember. I always used to think it was literally, because you're down on the other, you're up, you're on the other part of the equator. Right, guys, I'm going to take down the stream anyway. I will catch up with you again. See you soon.